through until the first match starts. So just to give you an idea of what will happen, each match will consist of 5 sets, a maximum of 5 sets, and a set is 3 arrows for each partner. Now, the rules one after they get 2 seconds to the arrows. With the highest score, then the total of the 3 arrows will get 2 set points. That's right, 1 set point each. That's
Good morning and welcome to Woollerton Hall for the 2023 Archery GB National Tour Finals. The weather today is absolutely perfect for some real high-class archery. It's nice and warm and we have moderately low winds. And here is our schedule today, set to the beautiful Woollerton Hall itself. It's the Recurve Women's Finals today, and we start the quarterfinals and we are working all the way through to the gold medal final. And here are today's contestants, and you can see at the top of the draw we have Penny Healy, and at the bottom of the draw we have Bryony Pittman, our two world leading ladies. Will they meet in the gold medal final? I'm John Knott, and today I am joined by 5-time National Tour champion Patrick Houston.
Good morning, John. Nice to be with you.
So, Patrick, on a day like today, what is going to make the difference?
So today we've got really good conditions to be shooting in. It looks like the flags are hardly moving. There's the odd flutter. So it's going to come down to how well can you perform under that pressure when you stood up on that stage shooting when it really matters.
Our first match today sees newcomer to this arena, Sophie Meering, against former champion Bryony Pittman. Patrick, how's it going to be today for a first timer like Sophie up against someone as experienced as Bryony in this arena?
So there's definitely two different sort of standards of styles stood in this field right now. We've got Bryony Pittman, who is about as experienced as you could be. She's about 12 years on the national team at this point. And Sophie, who's been making some fantastic inroads into the national rankings this year. She's performed really, really well. I'm excited to see how this could go down.
The match, well, we know that Bryony on target 2 will be shooting first in this first set. This match pitches together Bryony, a 9-time finalist, against Sophie in her debut.
Strong 9 there for Bryony for her first arrow. And a high 7 for Sophie.
Nice strong execution from Bryony. That's looking good for the start of this set for Bryony. Sophie, a little bit more wild than she'd like. Maybe the nerves will settle shortly, but this is the set system. Load still to play.
And Bryony with any arrow inside the red will win this first set. And it's a 9-28. Very strong starter there. Chance for Sophie just to find her centre.
Bryony opening with a
so Patrick, Sophie's arrows were going a bit high there. Anything you noticed in what she was doing?
High arrows under pressure to me mean pretty much one thing. Now that straight high arrow, I would say that's a definitive representation of the head coming down under pressure. Now it's something which is, it's not even necessarily visible with most archers when this happens, but an awful lot of Western civilization nowadays, there's a little bit of that forward head posture, and it just means that the musculature in the neck under pressure can collapse down ever so slightly. As I said, it might not even be visible, but that means it can go high. And then I think after that we've got maybe a couple of little nervy shots where she's not quite as confident as she would have liked to have been. And then we've got the comparison of cool and collected World Cup champion Bryony Pittman opening with a 28.
Bryony made some really nice, strong, quick shots there, I thought.
It flowed nicely, it flowed well, and well, you can see the results, 28s, and everything's inside the 9.5.
Set number 2, Sophie will be shooting first. She needs to put some pressure on Bryony. Can she do it?
Sophie shooting first on target 1.
That's a 6. And another a right arrow there from Bryony in the 7.
Coming back, back.
7.
I have just had a little look round. There's no notable change of conditions. But these are recurve bows, and it's not quite the same level of accuracy that compounds can get.
9.
Everything's right, though.
Back to the chin, tighten the chin. Coming back.
And that looks like a 1.
Didn't see Sophie's arrow there. I think it went low. And an 8 from Bryony to take the second set. Yesterday, a few times, this happened with the compounds. Suddenly, they were shooting really central, and arrows would suddenly move to the right, and it was notable that both would happen for both of them. And they,
So that's something that we can definitely see on cloudy, changeable days. However, this looks pretty consistent. There's a little haze of cloud, but realistically, it's clear blue skies up above. So there's no like if the cloud shifts and the light changes, your string picture can change, and that can shift you left and right. But it doesn't look like that's likely to be happening. Right, that's still a set win for Bryony, taking her 4-0 up.
Set number 3. Can Sophie find the form that we know she's capable of, that she's shown this year, just find the confidence she needs to make the shots we know she can? Do you think Sophie's keeping her head up now on that, and she adjusted for those early high arrows?
It could be. It does tend to be something that is a minute change, and it can be those specific, really trying shots when you're putting everything you can in, everything tightens up.
5.
She's grouping off to the right, certainly.
Hasn't found her centre.
And if she doesn't, it's real. At this point, she needs an error from Bryony and then a 10 probably to stay in this match.
8.
7-point lead for Bryony Pittman here.
7.
I think Bryony hit to win. And it's a 9 for the match.
Well, that takes
Bryony progresses through to the semi-finals.
Given how we came into the tournament with the rankings here, probably the result we'd expected. I think Sophie still had a tremendous achievement making it to the turf finals.
Brilliantly.
She's had a brilliant season. She's progressed an awful lot. She's been working very hard. This is fantastic experience for her. She'll be able to go back, watch herself shoot and go, okay, what could I improve on? What do I need to do differently? Still a great step on the path for her.
It's very different stood up on that. On an elevated stage, probably a metre off the ground to start with. There's a full stadium behind her as well, so yeah.
It does give you a significantly different experience. Just that little bit of a rise, it just changes your perspective, changes the feeling of the shot, the feeling of your emotions, and, well, the experience demonstrated by Olympian Bryony Pittman shone through there.
Round of applause as they lead the field of play.
So now we've got Olympian Sarah Battles
And please welcome the coaches and the judge
versus Olympic reserve Julia Larkins from the 2020 Olympic Games.
And please welcome the athletes to the field of play for the second quarter-final.
Okay, coming on stage now for quarter-final number 2 is Sarah Bettles and Yulia Larkins. Yulia's took a year out after being Olympic reserve, as Patrick just mentioned, and she's coming back into it this year. So, Patrick, what's going to be key in this match for these two?
It's hard to say exactly. Both of these archers are both capable of shooting very high standards of archery. They can both shoot very well. They both got... Yulia has a slightly more classic style.
Bowbrook archers, Yulia Hinckley. Your line judge for this match is Sue Richards. And we know that Sarah, who ranked 3rd in the tour rankings this year, will shoot first in the first set of this match on target number 1. Sarah shooting first on target 1. Eight. 9.
Right.
8. 8. 9. 7. So a close first set there. 9 from Sarah from the 3rd arrow. Julia's 7 means that it looks like Sarah's taken that first set by a single point. Scores are indeed confirmed, so Sarah Bettles leads 2-0 in set points, and Yulia Hinckley on target 2 will shoot first in the second set.
Was I nervous myself? Do you when you adjust, you shoot the second arrow?
I like to be ahead of the curve. I think you want to be on the. One of my coaches years ago used to talk about the pro side of the wind. If you want to be upwind and drifting across the high scores rather than downwind.
Ten. She made a face like it wasn't going to be a 10, so she'll be very happy with that. Eight for Sarah. Can Yulia open up a gap?
8.
8 for Yulia.
Very nice height consistency here, both on exactly the line of the X. Can Sarah get herself back in the middle? Now everyone's going to the left slightly. Tidy shot.
9.
Just downwind, so we've got a 1 point advantage for Yulia Hinckley.
9. Sarah needs a 10 to tie the set. Can she find it?
technique.
9.
Really good shot, just a little bit low there. So squared the match up 2-all. Both these archers definitely have really good height on their arrows.
Absolutely. Nice consistency going on here. I think we're seeing a good battle of now it's who can get that aim in point exactly right, who can get that execution given the tightest group relative to where they pointed it. Now seeing the flags flip the other way, so we are getting ever so slight variation of wind left and right, and as I said, it doesn't need to be a lot of variation for a recurve arrow to be, when we're talking about 26s, 27s, 24s, 25s, a 1 point sway, whether you're just one side of the line or just the other side of a line, that comes down to exactly where you pointed it if you make that decision, etc.
2 set points each, third set.
We'll shoot first in the third set.
We are watching a good high quality match here between two highly ranked ladies.
Both very well experienced. Well, Sarah obviously is a little more experienced than Yulia, but Yulia is not short of experience herself.
Nine.
Strong that shot there from Sarah, just out the 10.
Nine.
Almost exactly the same place.
I think that would have taken Sarah's knockoff.
Mm.
Seven.
7 from Sarah. I didn't see anything with
Does
the shot.
open the door ever so slightly. I know in the past there's, but then suddenly we're hitting the same place in the target once again. Interesting arrows to the right. Strong execution from Sarah.
It's the second arrow, so.
And 8 to tie. And that,
7, maybe 8.
I think that's an 8.
I think that's
but
an 8.
That's, we will need a judge.
Yes.
Well, that looks,
I think the term
Yulia
nowadays is a measure.
was staring at the target in absolute confusion that that arrow had gone down there. I think there's some very, very light wind
But just enough, you can't maybe feel it, but down the length of the range, there is just enough to be, as I said, you know, these women aren't shooting light poundages. Yulia's shooting, I know a while ago she was on 48 shorts. Yes, she's got a 26-inch draw length, but she was shooting 44, 45 pounds. I know Sarah, she's had some injuries the past couple of years, but I think she's, I wouldn't put her below about 42, and she's got a long draw length, about the same as me, 29 and a half. So we're not talking about light arrows or slow arrows, but this is recurve, and wind is a very significant factor in our game.
Sarah on target 1, shooting first.
Sarah leading off the 4th set. This seems a really key set to me. She will be looking for a very strong lead-off shot.
Longer hold.
8.
Sarah's starting to get a really good group there on the right.
The group is tight and consistent.
Yulia right again, down in that same kind of place. Big chance here for Sarah.
Inside the yellow, the group's tight, and I think that could be this set done and dusted.
9.
2 point lead to Sarah. Yellow will take the set and put her 5-3 against Yulia Hinckley.
Look good. And it's a 9.
Yep.
I think that's enough to secure the set, yes.
5-3, 1 set points away from a victory.
And a 9 there from Julia. Much better shot, but Sarah just nicks that set. Vital points there. So Julia has to win the fifth set now, and would have to win the 1 arrow shoot off to win the match. But this is not the highest scoring match, but it's super tense.
It's back and forth, back and forth.
Not a lot of tens.
Not a lot of tens, but we've seen a very consistent grouping, and I think now I think both ladies maybe have an idea where the centre is by the end of that set. We saw 4 9s at the end of that set, so we've got ourselves centred again. But do the conditions stay the same for the next set as they were in that set? And then can we shoot 3 consistent arrows tightly enough that Julia gets ahead of Sarah and forces a shoot off? That's what keeps it fun. I do enjoy the back and forth of a recurve match. I find compound can be a little bit of, I can skip through and watch the last 2 hours of the fourth set. Whereas recurve, you've got to be there the whole way.
Very important arrow for Julia. A little bit high in the 8. Seemed a bit rushed. Sarah super composed in her shot. Really great arrow in the 9. Back in that real. Sarah's got 2 groups, one just right at the 9 and one just left of the 9.
Presumably it's just the changing conditions, the aim and off point. Julia, I think that might be a 9. Hard to call. Could be decisive. Sarah quite often with longer holds.
Sarah with the first 10 of the match there, and I think that might just get her over the line.
That might do it.
But Julia hits back with a possible 10 on her arrow, so
a lot of important line calls here.
8 for the match. And it's a 9. So Sarah Bettles takes out Julia Hinckley in a very, very tense match. Patrick, some thoughts on that match?
I think it was fiercely competitive. I think we saw some high standard of archery. I think Julia had a couple of errors. Like the wind, both archers lost a little bit to the wind, moving the arrows around slightly. But I think Julia had those 2 6s that I think pretty much cost her the match. But when it comes down to a closely fought match, a couple of wayward arrows, that'll take it away from me.
Yeah.
But Sarah shot great, 28 to close it out. I think we could be looking at a podium for Sarah.
Definitely.
And she does have yesterday's compound women champion Lizzie Foster behind her.
She does. So yeah, Liz bringing the winning vibes with Sarah. I think Sarah will be very, very pleased with herself to win that. That's super, very tense.
Yeah. Closely fought, good to watch. I love watching competitive archery. I was at the Meriden 720 yesterday. I shot the qualifying round, but I chose not to shoot the head-to-heads. Just with the number of hours I've shot this week, today being more important, chose not to. But I stayed and watched because it's just great watching competitive sport. I know what I'm looking at, and it's just great to watch the back and forth in a match. That was a lovely demonstration of it right there.
Please welcome the coaches and judge to the field of play for the 3rd quarter-final. And please welcome the athletes to the field of play.
It's time for our 3rd quarter final this morning. This is a battle of new faces to this stage. We have Taya Rogers and Megan Havers. This is a super exciting lineup. These 2 young athletes
On target number 1.
have both done superb to make these finals. Patrick, some thoughts on this match?
I think the most interesting thing we're going to see here is 2 very contrasting shooting styles. As you say, we've got 2 up-and-coming youngsters. Megan's done some amazing stuff, a 6.69 yesterday. Taya's shot a Welsh record recently in the season. Megan is a very slow and deliberate shot. Taya has very much the slightly more, I would say, almost old-fashioned now. We have a lot more slower shooting going on in the recurve category. But Taya's hold time can be very short, which can be wonderful for alternating shooting finals field. You can put your opponent under pressure, but whether that can be controlled enough to deliver what she's capable of, we'll see.
And it's Megan on target 2, shooting first.
Great first arrow there from Megan Havers, right in the 10 ring. Eight for Taya to start herself off. Ten.
That's a nice start to a match. Taya's going to be feeling the pressure right from the get-go. As I said, much faster.
10 from Taya.
That's a nice response. Taya's up for the game.
9 or more to secure this first set, but can she get us off with a perfect?
9.
Oh, 9 there, fantastic first set. So Taya can still get 28, but won't get any points for it. And a 9.
This is definitely looking like a spicy match to begin with. Looking like the highest scoring, obviously we're one set in, the highest scoring match we've seen so far.
Definitely.
Megan can keep this up. It could be a quick match, but Taya's not, no nerves have shown through yet at all. As I said, she's got a nice quick shot, but it's not, I've seen it uncontrollably quick at times, but today it's fast, it's moving, but it's quick enough to have control and power.
Megan's shot does look very composed.
Very composed. I was
Very
watching her shoot
purposeful.
yesterday. 669. Like, we've got Penny Healy putting in some amazing scores nowadays, but I think not that long ago that would have been a national record for our recurve women.
Less than 2 years ago. So you start out like that, like Megan just did. Her heart rate's going to be racing now, so second set's going to be interesting to see if she can keep herself level and can Taya come throw some back at her.
Have faith, trust what she's doing, and keep running the process. I
Taya-
think she can.
Taya will shoot first on target number 1. And she puts some heat on Megan and say there's 2 of us in this match.
9.
Nice. Not giving anything away.
Good start. Strong shot there from Megan, just in the 9. How much more confidence, though, do you feel, Patrick, when you're on this stage and your first arrow goes in the 10?
It definitely helps.
8.
That's for sure. Being able to say, okay, I've centered, I'm in the right place. There's no second guess, and there's no, was that me, was that conditions, do I need to change? You can just run your process.
Yeah.
It helps.
10 from Megan.
Megan's keeping the pressure on Taya. I think we need a 10 here for any chance of a point or 2.
9.
26 for Taya. And 8 or more to win the set for Megan. And it's another 9, 28, following her 29. Look at look at her straightness of those 3 shots, Patrick.
And the entire group, you know, you've got from the top of the X to the bottom of the 9, you know, that's a 9.5, 9.6 size group. To be delivering that consistently, I know we're only 6 hours in, but 6 hours for your first ever show at the National Series Finals. There's a lot of money in the air today to deliver that kind of standard right from the get-go. Bodes well.
So, for Taya, talking with Larry Godfrey there as a coach, Taya hasn't shot bad. She shot 27, 26. Either the other 2 matches she'd have been fighting, but she's 4-0 now. What's Larry got to say to her right now?
I think one of the things you'd be looking is where was that group. Let's
Yeah.
assume you're going to shoot the same group. Let's get that group centered because she's shooting a great group. You know, that was a 29 size
Yep.
group that she shot last end.
Yep.
And we just need to make sure that what you're doing now is going to result in the best probability of it hitting the middle.
Yep. So set number 3, Taya Rogers fighting for her life here. She's shooting good, but Megan Havers is just absolutely on it right now. Great shot, same place. Patrick's currently circling the screen at the size of the group. Oh, wow.
This might be over.
Megan looks like she's shooting practice right now.
Megan's control is impressive.
Nine.
It's the same place.
Taya's group is so good.
The shooting's great. Fair play to her.
Mm.
But is
Take it
Megan
aside.
even going to drop 2 points in these arrows?
Ten.
Yeah. That's great archery from Megan Havers. Can Taya get a 10 out in the last hour? Any pressure?
Wow.
And it's
Nine.
the same place
That
as
is
the
a
other. That's a hell of a group.
X
Great.
size group there.
great
from Taya,
job, Taya.
27. Yep.
You can't be disappointed at your shooting.
An
But
8 to win the match for Megan. And it's a 29 for the
Newcomer
match.
Megan Havers takes 6-0.
That's almost an unfair 6-0 on
Yeah.
Taya because Taya's just shot 27 average.
Either of the other two matches should be possibly 4-0, possibly 6-0.
Yeah.
4-2, possibly 6-0.
So
I don't think that scorecard represents how Taya shot. I think that's a testament to
yeah,
quite how well Megan shot.
yes,
She came out centered. She started with what, 29?
29, 28, 29.
That's some archery. That
I'm bringing game, everyone.
absolutely. I think we could be looking at definitely another podium for Megan there. That could be a gold medal match, and I'd be, given we have 2 former world number 1s in that
In the
well,
lineup.
in this top 8. Megan Havers is saying that she can play as well.
Yeah.
That was a tremendous match.
Such a different match to the match before.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Fascinating.
But as we said, just quickly, just going out there, both those archers found they were centered. Yeah, they found the 10 within both of them within 2 arrows, and that probably just
There's a little bit of confidence, a little bit of security. You know what I'm doing is working. Taya just wasn't quite quick enough to get her group
Yeah.
completely centered.
And please welcome the athletes to the field of play for the Recurve Women quarter-final.
It's quarter-final number 4, and we're in for yet another treat. We have the world's #1 archer, and then we have former Olympian when she represented Poland, Małgorzata Sobdziara. Did I get that right, Patrick? Soboraya. Thank you, Patrick.
Representing.
Yeah, Soborai's been working very hard this year.
Penny
Gosh, she's put lots of
Healy.
work in. And obviously we have world #1, World Cup winner, European Games individual and team gold medalist Penny Healy. Gosh, I know she's got her work cut out for her. She will have known that all season. I've seen that she's been practicing on a stage herself, so she's been trying to get some of these feelings going.
Yeah.
And she's done some technical work, her shot looking very well. I think this will be tighter than we'd expect. I think this will be tighter than we might expect, but
on target #1.
while she might be world #1, that puts an awful lot of weight on a young girl's shoulders. Penny is only 18 years old.
Yeah. Penny is just an explosive talent in this sport, and if Penny turns up with a game, it's just 10 after 10 after 10.
Nine.
Strong first arrow there from Penny, kind of in that right-hand 9 area. A lot of people have started out in.
9.
A really, really great 9 there from Gosha, I'm going to call her, because that's what she's okay with.
Nine.
And he started off with a lovely group, all right 9. A little bit of movement on Gosha's bow, but she's kept in the yellow. We are all square so far. But I think Penny will probably shade her aim to the left and probably stick a 10 in on this shot.
Nine.
The door is open for an easy enough draw or even a set point win.
No.
7.
You could see she held.
Yeah.
That's the thing, sometimes when the door is open,
It can be harder to take it
and you go
than
careful.
if you're fighting to maybe get something. Whereas if it's there, like a yellow for a point, I think when you're up against world number 1 yellow for a point, that's the door is open.
And it's in your head though.
Yeah. And then we saw Gosha trying a bit harder, holding a bit longer, a little bit shaky. She knows who she's up against. She will be giving it her utmost. And as with many archers, does trying your hardest help and give you the best result?
Indeed, scores are confirmed. The score being 2-0. Penny Healy. So Malvazata on target 2 will shoot first in the first set.
Set number 2, Gosha will know she let Penny off there. So how she reacts to that sometimes.
Will she
is
come
really
out fighting? But then Penny's a fierce competitor, and a 27 in her eyes will be a messed up set.
Yeah.
Given the flat cam conditions.
Eight.
See, she wanted that shot to go off a second earlier.
Yeah.
Nine.
Penny's got a really good group there.
She's clicked her side. I think that's a sensible choice. Gosha just needs to commit. Shoot these arrows. That's going left. No, right. I saw the back elbow coming offline. Potentially the front arm came with it. Very likely a set to Penny Healy here.
10. Penny's first 10 there of the match. Penny's shot sped up a little bit then, I felt.
She's adjusted her sight. She's got that, what was a very tidy group, slightly more centered.
8.
But 3 for the set points. Nice work, Penny Healy. Seeing why she has quite the international medal accolade that she currently does.
We'll see Penny take a 4-0 lead going into the third.
Penny Healy has pretty much perfected a pre-aimed but highly dynamic shot. She has this little pause just before, about 1.5 to 2 inches before she comes to anchor. She aims, and then she pretty much comes into anchor and directly through to follow through in almost one consistently moving shot. It's something that I'm trying to teach my athletes quite a lot, is that Recurve really appreciates the dynamic.
Yeah.
I talk about 3-dimensional aiming and really almost accelerating through the clicker. And a Recurve bow really takes that well, and that's something that Penny does brilliantly. She's a wonderful demonstration of how you can move through a shot, and that just groups arrows in the wind, in the calm, and it actually means you can shoot an awful lot more arrows in a day because your hold time's that much reduced.
Yeah. Okay, set number 3. Gosha needs to really lay something in now. Penny is centered. Much better there,
I think we could add centered and relaxed. It's a dangerous place to be.
9.
9 for Penny.
Gosh, she needs to take some
10.
set points, and a 10 will help her on that journey.
Can Penny be mean and match that 10?
9.
Oh, so close. Mini break, mini chance.
A 10 will take 2 points. Bit of a long hold.
7 there. So
And I fear
Penny.
this could be game over.
Is an 8, 9 for the match. Sorry, she hasn't gone out of that yellow yet. There it is.
9.
Just the right side of the line for her. That'll be a 6-0 victory. Realistically, probably the way we expected the match to fall. That's now Gosh's second time in this this finals field. She was here last year. She's making lots of progress, putting in some great results through the year, and I think she's got the bug and is enjoying competitive archery again.
She certainly
Nice to
is.
see.
She had some chances.
They weren't big, but when you're against world number 1, the chances are never going to be that big.
You don't get big chances again,
But you've got to take them. I think she'll be a little disappointed with that result, but she should still be proud of making it here, being in the top 8 in the Recurve Women. That's still a very significant place to be.
Our semi-final lineup is now complete.
Give the archers a warm round of
We
applause
have
as they lead to field of play.
A
Bryony
rather
Pittman
impressive
and
crew.
Sarah Bettles in our first semi-final, and our second semi-final will be Megan Havers and Penny Healy. They couldn't be two more different matches either.
Absolutely. We've got current world number 5, Bryony Pittman, former world number 1, against Olympian Sarah Bettles, who did perform very consistently through her match. I would say her and Bryony, given the standard of Bryony's first match, I think there's
Please welcome
Bryony wasn't
the
pushed too
coaches
hard
and the
by
judges
Sophie
for the
Meering,
first
but
semi-final match.
that'll be a tough one.
And please welcome the athletes to the field of play for the Recurve Women first semi-final match.
It's time for semi-final number 1 here at Recurve Women's Finals Day at Woollerton Hall in Nottingham. And we have, I think this is going to be a very interesting semi-final between Bryony Pittman and Sarah Bettles. Patrick, what's going to be key for one of these to win this match?
So this is where the pressure really starts to mount. And the real question is, can we get out the groups that we both know both these women can shoot? I'd say Sarah looked very composed in her shooting earlier on. I think Bryony maybe had a little bit more adrenaline flowing through, but that would match their personalities slightly more. Sarah's a little bit more calm and collected. Bryony can be steely determination, but I know she does get that that competition arousal. So it depends who's able to take that, get themselves centered, and shoot more arrows in the middle than the other one. I'm excited to see how this match plans out. I think we're in for highly competitive game.
I think Sarah's first match was a battle match. Has prepared her better for this match.
Could be a better warm-up. Bryony just shot and progressed. Looks tidy.
10.
That 10 is the way you want to start this match.
Statement of intent.
Nine.
Great shot there from Sarah, just underneath the 10.
Eight.
Slight opening here. A 9 will tie. 10 will give Sarah Bettles a mini advantage. looking steady even with the longer holds. Great group. I would be adjusting my sight if I was Sarah.
Bryony here needs to give Sarah a hard target for her third arrow. Oh, can't ask for any better than that.
That's a hard target. We need a 10 for a set point. Look tidy. Oh, not quite enough though. Great group from Sarah Battles there.
Superb.
I think, as we said, this is going to be a highly competitive match, and there's a demonstration of it. We've got 2 X's from World number 5, Bryony Pittman, and maybe a 30 on the edges of its size group for Sarah Battles.
Yeah. Very contrasting techniques.
Very different. Bryony's got a very explosive follow-through, and Sarah's got slightly more measured, but it's very neat. I think she's been doing a lot of work technically recently, and it's looking more controlled than it has for the past little while. I think she's got herself very much ready for this event. She's been building through the season. There's been some good stuff, not quite all of the standards she would have liked, but this is some of the neatest archery I've seen from Sarah for a long time.
Looks really strong at full draw.
Yes, it does. And even with the longer hold, she's got a great front end position. Her backhand's relaxed with that thumb behind the SCN, and she's solid in position with good execution.
Set number 2. And Sarah just get those arrows up a little bit in the target and really make Bryony work hard. Strong 9 there from Sarah. Bryony with the first 9 of the match.
A bit longer than she would have liked, but still a 9.8. You can see Sarah comes through the shot with her back elbow coming up, providing that leverage to bring her through the clicker. Bryony shoots and gives Sarah an opportunity here. A 9 will take the set points.
Didn't look very happy with it, but it's a 9. Enough.
Got where it needed to be.
Yep.
It doesn't need to be perfect.
She looked really quite distressed when she let go of that arrow. Can Bryony find her middle again? A 9 from Bryony, but set points go to Sarah. What did you notice on Bryony's second arrow for it to go loose?
Honestly, I'm not entirely sure. I've obviously watched Bryony shoot an awful lot. We've been on the team together over a decade.
Yep.
She is an interesting one where I can see her compete at incredible levels. You know, she shot 660s, I'm pretty sure she shot 670s. She's obviously ended up the top end of world ranking stuff. And I see her shoot great groups. And then sometimes the groups, like I know that she will train for training and she will train for competing, and then she will compete, and they aren't necessarily all of the different standards. And sometimes I'm watching her and I don't necessarily see a perceptible difference of why the group seems big. And then she'll go, I'm going to start scoring now. You won't even necessarily say it to anybody, and the group will zoom into the 9.3 and smaller. Personally, I didn't see a big difference, but that 7 was a significant effect on the sway of this match.
Set number 3, back to our original shooting order. Chance for Bryony to put some pressure down on Sarah. Can she do that?
That looked steady. Yep.
10.
Great shot. Sarah has just shot 9 so far, which is not bad.
Consistent place to be.
Really could do with finding one in that middle ring.
That looked nice.
8.
But just the wrong side of the line.
Yep.
Still not quite closing Sarah out of the set just yet. Tidy execution. Probably an 8-2.
That's going to be
Beautiful
a judge
group.
decision, and that could be a very important arrow, depending what Bryony can do with her third shot here.
A little bit shaky.
Very quick.
8.
So a 10 will take the points.
10 definite, 9
A
could.
9 might.
And it's a 9.
And corrected for that right group. Just the right amount to get her inside. Now the judge call on that arrow. We can't quite see. I think it's out.
I can't tell from her,
But we
from
can't
Liz
quite
coaching
tell.
isn't even telling her. She's talking about something completely different here. So we're looking for the judge to indicate up. It's a 9. Finger went up.
Given that they both won a tour stage this year as well.
So that very quick third shot of Bryony's that went a little bit low might have given Sarah
27.
4-2 lead confirmed. Yes.
And Sarah takes a 2-point advantage. Sarah will want to defeat Bryony here. She wasn't on the 3-woman team for the World Championships, the European Games this year. She'll be wanting to demonstrate what she's about. And she's definitely showing some very consistent class. Everything inside the 9 so far. She's under pressure.
Sarah
Good place.
wins this set, she will be shooting for gold. Bryony has to win this set to stop that happening. Can she start with some big pressure for Sarah?
9.
9 is good. Sarah is looking super strong. There's her first 10 of the match, and what a
I
time
feel like
to
that
shoot
was
it.
an important arrow. Puts Bryony under pressure.
Good shot.
10.
And responds.
You know them, don't you, with Bryony? You know if they're going down the middle. That's her third X.
In the same place too. Long hold, 3, 2.
Oh,
That could be the set done.
just couldn't quite move that one, could she? That's enough to take this set for Bryony. So Sarah just can reset herself there. So that's a surprising arrow there.
9.
Sarah's shot is much more static than Bryony's. Bryony has a lot of expansion, aggressive motion at full draw. Sarah's is much more calm, much more physically relaxed. I think she's got quite soft ligaments and tendons in her body, so that makes her muscles much less likely to become tight at full draw. And then we see that by the stability. You can see that just by the length of hold between the two archers. But that does mean that you get to 5 seconds, 6 seconds, and you'd like the shot to have gone off. Once you're getting up to 8 seconds, 9 seconds, 10 seconds, suddenly things start to fatigue a little, it gets a little wobblier. You can still execute. I know I specialise in long holds and then executing well and it working nicely, but you do start to roll a dice that, as with that 6 with Sarah, don't always fall the way you want them.
Well, the judge just having a look at the 9 on Bryony's target there, and indeed confirmed it was a 9.
So this is another 5-set thriller.
Yep.
It's been
back
very
and forth.
topsy-turvy.
Back and forth. We've
Sarah
seen lots
with
of
only
good arrows.
1 arrow at the gold, which proved very key that time. Bryony with a lot more 8s than Sarah, but a lot more 10s.
Yeah.
So they kind of balance each other out.
Many ways to skin a cat. So we come down to 1 set to decide it. Victory in this set, take them into gold.
Bryony gets to shoot fast.
wobbly.
7.
You could see it wasn't as strong on the release.
That's a door open for Sarah Battles.
Much quicker shot there from Sarah. Did you see that? She didn't mess around, did she, on that?
She committed to the movement. 2 10s, however, will put Sarah under pressure.
8.
8 from Bryony. Sarah has a chance here to really cement this. And an X.
Sarah wants this gold medal match.
The speed of her last 2 shots has been a different. A 9 from Bryony. I don't
and a
think
5 will win. I think we may be looking at Sarah Battles in the gold medal match.
Absolutely. Slower, but it'll do 29. Her best end of the day.
A high standard from Sarah there. Everything in the yellow finishing with the 20. Well, everything in the yellow bar 1.
14 errors in the goal.
This is recurve set system. You can be forgiven an error absolutely fine, particularly when you come back with a 29.
Absolutely.
Bryony might not have shot the way that she might have liked in that match, but I think we will see her come back out for the bronze medal match, fighting hard with a point to prove. This is what I'm really capable of.
And we will see Bryony Pittman in the bronze medal match a little bit later with Sarah Battles going for gold and the title of champion this year on the national tour.
Target 2, 24. 2 set points. Target 1, 6-4. Target 1 win. 6-4. Target 1 win.
Ladies and gentlemen, please give our athletes a warm round of applause for an exciting match there as they leave the field of play. And please welcome the coaches and judge for the second semi-final match. And please welcome the athletes for the Recurve Women's second semi-final.
It's time for our second semi-final here on the Women's Finals Day at National Tour Finals 2023, and this could be a real exciting assault of tens.
I think this is definitely up for a high standard match. Megan Havers shot tremendously well, I would say on par with Penny. Penny shot well against Gosher, but Megan shot tremendously against Taya. This is going to be an interesting match.
The key to this match is Megan going to go and shoot like she did against Taya, or is Megan going to go, I'm against one and one? That's going to be the key.
Megan didn't show, she actually did. I was about to say she didn't show a glimmer of any nerves or any doubt in the last match, but there were a couple of hours at the back end of a set that I did see her starting to be a bit shaky, but they either went in the 10 or they went mid-9. So she's got a shot that she's built, that she's solid, she's consistent. You don't shoot 669 with, you know, a bit of wavy stuff going on.
No.
I think even if she is a bit nervy, I think she'll be able to keep it decent.
I think Penny needs to come out here and say, look, I'm world number one with a lot of tens. Just like that.
10.
Good way to start it.
Yeah. Good 9 there from Megan. Strong shot. Tad low. That's all.
Her group was low in the last match.
10.
What was that you were saying, John?
Yeah. You've got to announce yourself.
On the 10s.
Yeah.
Megan can keep herself composed, keep doing what she's shown she can do. Bit shaky.
I could see that. That was a bit long. Yeah. It's okay. She's just finding a feet. Penny's will complete the 30, I reckon, here. And be our first 30 of the day. There we go.
10.
Knew it.
Well, you said she's got to come out
Yeah.
blasting, and Penny Healy has done just that.
Nine.
Megan now needs to go back, have a few words with her coach, Tony Gray.
Yep.
Full 30 points there.
Make sure she's focusing on the right thing, thinking the right thoughts. This is set system. Yes, Penny shot a 30. That is by no means the game over.
No, absolutely. And Megan now, the shooting order switches now, so Megan gets a chance to put the pressure on Penny. Rather than Penny just doing what she just did, kind of felt would happen. Yeah.
But it's can you keep doing it?
Yeah.
Recurve matches at a high level, it's can you shoot 5 good sets. You shoot 5 good sets, you're in with a very good shot in pretty much any match. Even if they're not necessarily 29s, 30s the whole way, but you know, a couple of 29s, maybe a 30, some 28s, maybe at 127. At some levels the 27 will cost you, but if you keep delivering it the whole way through, there's almost always an opening.
Megan Havers in her first national tour semi-final against the world #1. It's a mountain, but is she up to the job?
9.
Good shot there. She needs to find that 10 though. What was that with Penny? Penny
did grimace slightly.
Yeah.
She may have done some great things, but she is fallible.
Seven.
That's not the response that needed.
No.
You need to take the gate.
She looks
take the
tighter
door when
in
it's
a
open.
shot.
That's what happens, as you say, when you're up against world #1.
9.
That's where that first 30 is so valuable, because it can just give you a few more openings from your opponent.
Mm.
Better timing.
10.
Great shot.
But 9 to tie. Nice fast shot.
9.
9 to tie.
Set point for Megan. Huge.
Helpful. Is important, but she needs to deliver. She needs a 28 at least, I think, to get a set point in this next set.
So 3-1. And Megan will shoot first again because she's trailing.
I think she needs to be not rushed in her shot, but I think she needs to move consistently and aggressively so that it finishes the way that she wants it to finish with the execution, but from a stable, well-aimed platform. She's not a fast archer like Penny. She needs to not let Penny's timing put her under pressure. Shooting first is useful because it means you're not second repeatedly from the fast shot timing.
Yeah.
But she needs to do what she can do.
The flags are not moving. It's basically flat calm out there. It's very bright, which sometimes isn't the easiest thing to shoot in. So Megan Havers leads off set 3. Needs to put pressure on Penny. If she leaves gaps, Penny will take them.
Nice shot.
9.
Penny's groups move slightly to the right.
Ever so slightly.
We've seen that happen exactly like we saw happen earlier to others.
Longer hold.
9.
Got away with it.
Grouping,
Great group.
but
Go on.
to take down a woman who qualified a spot for the Olympic Games earlier this season, you will need 10s.
8.
Huge door
Important.
open now.
So as I said, stick a 10 in, Megan, and you're back in this match.
An 8. So Penny with a chance.
Penny Healy's a fierce competitor.
There we go. Yes. If you miss a chance against Penny, she's going to hurt you for it.
And at 5-1 down to win 2 sets without giving Penny a single point, this is a very uphill battle left for Megan.
Yeah. You
But
just
this
saw
is
her
recurve
slow
archery.
down again on
Anything
that
can
pressure
happen.
point, like Gosher in that first match. Those third arrows, it just slowed down. Rather
3
than
arrows,
attacking.
you've got both the neural fatigue and the physical fatigue, and that can be quite a big thing because you're focusing more than you've ever focused in anything before. You're up at full draw, you're aiming, you're doing your movement, you're trying to not just squeeze your muscles tighter, you're trying to actually move and execute the shot you want to execute. And doing that under this pressure when there's multiple thousands of pounds hanging around in the air, it's not always the easiest. And this is Megan's first national tour.
Yes.
She's very young.
Take the match and go to the gold medal match.
Only 16 years old.
On target 2.
Arguably, Penny's only 18 years old, but she does have a wealth of international experience
Yep.
at this point. Megan needs to start this set strong.
Good shot, 9. Against anyone else, I would think that's enough.
But against Penny, we shall see.
Didn't like that, did she?
Slight bit of steerage. She's not getting the steady aim she might like. There are glimmers of light from Megan Havers.
Much quicker
That's
shot, but
not what she needed at this
No.
point in the match.
that was good.
Neat, tidy.
9.
9.
Megan needs a 10 for any hope of keeping the match alive.
Eight.
8 to win the match for Penny. And it's a 10. So Penny Healy moves into the gold medal final in what I want to describe as a strange match of missed opportunities both ways at times.
Yep. Yeah, Penny could have taken that 6-0 if she hadn't had a few little leakages. Megan did have some opportunities. Penny was not the lean, mean killing machine that she could have been.
No. No. Megan went careful,
Yeah.
I felt at times.
She did amazingly in that first match. To have done 2 matches in a row at that standard, that would have been an impressive battle. But now we'll have Megan Havers coming pretty much straight back out to fight Bryony for the bronze medal match. I think that'll be a tight match. The way that we've seen these things going, both these women have had a few little errors with also tremendously high level of shooting.
Yes.
Makes for some great competitive archery.
And we're going to have a very interesting gold medal match because
Please give a warm
Sarah
round
won't
of applause.
make those same errors that Gosha and Megan made. So Penny will need her A game, I feel,
Penny will need the A game.
or
and
she'll
Sarah-
find herself in a very tricky 5-set affair.
Yes. Yes, I think it's going to be an interesting couple of matches to determine our Recurve Women's podium here at Wallerton Hall.
Well, ladies and we're coming up to the bronze medal match will be next. And would you please welcome the judge.
Here are the brackets then showing the route to our medal matches. As you see, there are semis. Penny defeated Megan Havers. Sarah Battles got her way past Bryony Pittman. So we have a fantastic final there. And now we will have a very interesting bronze medal match.
Welcome the athletes for this bronze medal match to the field of play.
Here are our athletes for the bronze medal. Bryony Pittman, Megan Havers. We have abundance of youth and new to the sport against a her ninth appearance on this stage for the bronze. So Patrick, they both made a few errors. They both won a match. How's this going to pan out?
Well, the interesting thing that we've had just happen is Megan has just lost a match.
Yeah.
It can be very difficult when you lose a semi-final in a top 4 format like this, where you have to basically walk off stage, take a deep breath, turn around and come back out and fight for bronze. There's still a significant spot left on the podium to battle, so now it's about who can put more hours in the middle, who can deliver consistently. They're both pretty centered, but they've both had a few errors, so who can keep control of themselves for longer through this match.
I feel Bryony needs to just show Megan who's boss early on, like Penny did, and that one end really won the match.
Bryony has an awful lot of international medals in her trophy cabinet.
She's a 2-time champion at this event as well, so she'll want this bronze today.
Yep.
Good shot.
9.9. Megan's group has been consistently low. Her good hours are almost all. She could give it 7 clicks easily.
That was a fast 10 from Bryony there.
Bryony just shoots these hours like she can, just goes for it. I think this could be a quick match.
And you don't get recovery time when your opponent's doing that.
And Megan is an archer with tendency for longer holds.
You need it.
Good response. I think we are all tied up now. Once again, went for it nicely. That's a nice play, Bryony.
Megan has to get a 10 and then hope the judge doesn't give Bryony a 30.
A little shaky.
7.
We have Olympian Bryony Pittman taking 2 points for the bronze medal mark.
Yes.
Possible 30 points up there.
Well, those were the 3 nicest shots I've seen Bryony make all day.
She set them up, she moved them, she finished them nicely, and you can see the result. Does have a tremendous wealth of experience, awful lot of finals field matches. A few months ago at the European Games, she won a team gold medal, which was a defending title that they won in 2019. The first gold medal at the European Games that the BOA has defended. Interestingly, Bryony being the only member of that team that was on the field in 2019.
Looking at the judge signals, I think Bryony did get a 30.
Okay. So that's twice.
Yes, confirmed. 30 points. There we go.
Megan has been hit with a 30.
She looked very happy at that. You see the little nod she's like, yeah, I wanted that. So poor Megan's been on the receiving end of 2 30s on the first end of a match.
Bryony can be an emotional athlete when she competes, not in a bad way, but she can. She definitely feels the emotions, and you can sometimes see that.
Yeah. Megan shoots first, and if Megan can take a second off her shot timing, we'll see a lot of 10s.
That's a high 10. I approve. That looked
Super
good.
confident shot, yeah.
there's the fast shot timing, but Megan does have a slower shot timing. I think she maybe didn't have it quite as well aimed.
Yes.
10.
Bryony's still looking strong here.
She looks like
She looks like she wants it.
yeah.
9.
Good arrows there from Megan, 27.
But a 9 will take the set. Put her 4-0 towards the bronze medal.
Ten.
Nice. Bryony not giving many away. 59 points out of a possible 60 scored for her first 6 arrows.
Yes.
As I said, she lost her semi-final, not quite the standard she would have liked, and she's going to come back out and go, no, there's a reason I've done what I've done in my career.
But I'm sure that Megan's going to want to get some points. She's not going to want to go home on a 6-0.
No. And she demonstrated the ability to shoot that. Not quite the ability to shoot that when put under high levels of pressure.
With those scores confirmed, Megan Havers will shoot first in the next set, third set, on target number 1.
That was a good timing.
7.
But not necessarily the
Did you see anything
result.
with the shot?
The way that Megan's draw hand mechanics work, there is the possibilities of left arrows under pressure with trying. The little bit flexor dominant in the hook, and it can cause a imbalance to the left. We saw that against Penny with those 2 left 7s in the last match.
But Bryony didn't put too much punishment on her.
9.
The 9.
Good response.
Yes.
It's not over yet, not at all. Bryony still needs to take this set. See some little tremors in Bryony's shot. But stabilized and
9.
executed well. 1 point lead for Bryony.
Megan needs a 10.
Has to be a 10.
Yeah, this needs to be a 10 to have any chance.
Looked reasonable.
There we go.
Nice. That was what she needed.
Going
Delivered
down,
it when she
swinging.
needed to. So 10 to win.
10 to win. Yep. And 8. Didn't expect that there.
4-2, and Megan Havers is back in this match.
So Megan made a mistake. Bryony didn't punish her, and
There is the possibility that a left set, I feel it's unlikely given there isn't a particular trend, but Megan shot a left 7, Bryony shot a right 8. Did
Yeah.
Bryony aim right? I don't think so. There's not enough conditions, I think, to be.
Yeah.
I would use that if it was changeable as an indicator of, well, that happened, okay, that says the conditions have changed. But, they're going to be ignoring those flags. There's nothing happening out there. Occasionally a flag or
we have
flutters
flag cam.
slightly.
We can see all the time. And occasionally you just get a little flutter like we're seeing now. But
Enough for a ring, but it's not going to cause a left 7.
it's on a second note, Patrick. How great is it to see a full stand?
Well,
We sold out today.
It's wonderful to see, and it really does make a big difference. Like the Tokyo Olympics, where we had nobody there, it was a strange experience. There was the pressure that you had in your own head. Having a live organic audience make an organic sound like there's nothing quite like competing in front of a crowd.
They're not going to have that problem in Paris next year with 8,000 sold out seats a session.
And under the foot of the Eiffel Tower, it's going to be busy.
Megan leading off set 4, given a lifeline.
She did deliver under pressure.
Four or 5.
Just held it.
You could see her, her alignment at the back end and front end.
You saw it had gone before she even released, didn't you?
Yeah. Bryony just needs to shoot her arrows and take it.
Bryony
9.
in that little spot again, the 9-10 line. She had about 5 arrows in that little spot now.
I'd say that's definitely the most frequently hit place in the target.
Yeah, not just in this match
session.
either. Yeah, Penny had a lot there.
9.
Much better
Megan
shot.
just
from
put one
Megan.
there as well.
Yeah.
But little to be done.
You cannot win a set with a 4, I'm afraid, at this.
Not in a medal match at the National Tour final. Nice execution from
9.
Bryony. Lovely.
She's just going to keep them there, and
I fear this is game over.
Eight.
Bryony just needs a bank of 5. There we go. A 7 will do.
Well, that'll do.
Wasn't her best shot.
The ball is returned over the net, and that was
Yeah.
enough for the victory.
Bryony
Yeah.
Pittman there, the last arrow going
So I
into
think
the 7,
Megan might be
with
slightly
25
disappointed,
points in
but
that set.
overall she's demonstrated
should
some of the
secure the
prodigious
set
talent that she's
win.
got.
Yes.
I think when she comes back, maybe at 17, maybe at 18, I think we're going to be seeing a serious competitor. We already are seeing a serious competitor added to our respectable Recurve Women's roster, and I look forward to seeing what things pan out for Megan. But a great showing from Bryony. Decisive, still a couple of errors, but decisive, high levels of archery.
Yeah.
And enough for a 6-2 victory and a spot on the bottom foot of the podium.
And that's confirmed that Bryony Pittman has won the bronze medal at the 2023 National Tour. Congratulations to Megan Havensley on her debut. Secures 4th place this year. And I'm sure she will come back stronger in the future.
There we go. Bronze medal confirmed to Bryony Pittman. A fantastic 4th place for 16-year-old Megan Havers. Remember that. She's just a under 18 at world archery level still. So for her, she should be pleased with herself, but I think she might just kick herself a little bit.
Any
Be
archer
disappointed.
performing at this
Please
level,
welcome
to have
the
some errors
judges
under pressure,
and judge
it's never easy.
for the gold medal match. And please welcome the athletes for the Recurve Women gold medal match to the field of play.
It's time for the 2023 National Tour Recurve Women's Gold Medal Final. This is going to be a great match. You have Penny Healy, the world's #1 archer, going for a hat-trick of wins here today against Sarah Battles, Olympian, world medalist, European Games medalist, but she's never won this title. She shot 2 cracking 5-setters to get to this final. I think if she can drag this match out, Penny will find this very hard to win. But if Penny comes out firing, I don't know if Sarah's got enough 10s. Patrick?
I think there is one element in the dynamic of this match which is going to make it interesting, and that is the significant difference in timing between these two archers.
Yep.
Penny is a fast archer, Sarah is a slow archer.
Yep.
Sarah holds slightly longer under pressure, as we've seen. She's frequently down under that 5-second barrier. Penny then blasts an arrow away in 4 seconds, and Sarah has to start another shot. That's going to put Sarah under pressure. How that pans out, let's see.
Sarah has made the least mistake shots today against anyone. She has had so many arrows in the gold in both of her matches, which has won it for her. She hasn't shot the number of 10s that Pittman did or Healy has, but she's not shot reds.
And she did finish with a 29.
10.
Looking tidy.
9.
Great shot.
Yep.
Super close.
Are very similar positions. Penny just inside the 10 line.
Ten.
Nice strong start. Sarah just needs to keep up.
9.
grouping
group,
tremendously well. Hopefully a few clicks added to her sight, or the aiming off. It's hard to aim off that small an amount though. Penny shoots a 9, takes the first set. Sarah just wants to see if she can get herself totally centered.
Eight.
I would say probably a shot rather than
Penny Healy with a strong
too
start
big
there.
of an adjustment,
1
probably.
point.
But then I did also say if she tried to do that with aiming off,
226.
yeah.
I know Sarah's not a big fan of adjusting the sight so much or aiming off. She tends to, talks about voodoo, where she will adjust the balance of her shot
Okay.
to try and aim off. I feel that's very hard to do in a level of accuracy where she shot 2 arrows inside the 9.6. That, to me, I'd give that 6 clicks. Penny has her trademarked cap with the pink showing. She wears it with the sort of grey purple when she's in training, and then when she competes, flips it inside out, turns it pink. That rear whiz top and her purple and pink ATFX all matching nicely.
Her special bow does look really amazing. Penny looks so laser focused in this match, by the way.
Sarah does compete in a calm and externally calm and collected manner. Slightly faster.
It's a great shot. Did you get any closer without getting a 10? Penny has almost got lasers coming out of her eyes, burning that 10 home.
10.
Nice. This is a tough match. Well, it's a gold medal match, isn't it? Nice shot from Sarah.
9.
Just surrounding it again.
But these are points she can't quite afford to leak in this. A little bit rougher from
9.
Penny.
Okay, huge arrow now from Sarah.
Has to be a 10.
Yes.
If this is a 9, it's 2 points to Penny. Get that shot time in for 3.
8.
26.
Yeah,
I
that
think
needed
this is
a 10.
4-0.
Penny.
Flags
9.
picking up slightly here.
Wasn't a cleanest execution, but still.
As I said, she needed the 10
Yeah.
to get a point, and she would have got a point from that.
And with 28 points, Penny Healy takes that set by 2 points.
So Sarah needs something big on this.
I think
She's
if
scaring
it's
it.
not
Her first
a
arrows
29,
are so close. Yeah.
I think if it's not a 29, I think we're looking at least 5-1 to Penny for this next set. But Sarah will be wanting to bring this and not lose 6-0.
Like if you look at Sarah's typeface that we can, yeah, her first arrow each end has been
9.9,
painstakingly,
9.8.
yeah.
Close, so close. But as you said, I think Sarah's best results are bronze here, so she is looking at a personal best performance for the turf finals.
Yes.
But there's a big difference in personal pride between a top step, second step on the podium, and a big difference in pay track.
Set underway.
Set number 3.
Target 2.
Penny Healy on match point. Sarah Battles is not going to want to let that happen. Can she produce some big numbers?
Looks nice.
Great shot.
9.
Just high in the 9. There's that pre-aim. Strong movement, strong finish.
9.
Tied up.
Of course, 7 days from today, Penny has the World Cup final in Hermosillo, Mexico.
Long hold, 3, 2.
9.
Oh,
I know. It's painful, isn't it?
that's
There's
such
such
good
good shots.
standard of archery.
And there's such good shots. You're just like, God, that's going in.
8 or 9.
I think that's out, but I've got some calls wrong off these monitors.
Yeah. It's super close. This is a 10. Sarah's
This is
alive.
a 10. Yeah, the match keeps playing. They've looked good so far. 35, 4.
Rushed. Oh,
And I think this is game over.
gonna say a 9 to
And
win.
this is where I said about this timing
Yeah.
dynamics. Sarah's at full draw at 10 odd seconds. Penny bops an arrow off.
Yeah.
Puts Sarah under pressure.
9.
That's a 9.26
And
guaranteed.
whichever way it goes,
So yeah,
that's a 6-0 victory for Penny Healy.
and that's a hat trick of National Tour Championship wins for Penny. She'll want to have won today for next week's preparations before
Absolutely.
she heads off to World Cup final. Sarah Bell shot really fantastic today.
I think she's shot. I feel like she was on the edge in all of her matches of being significantly better than, despite still ending
Yes.
up with silver, which is a fantastic result.
Yeah.
She shot brilliantly
And indeed, the result
and
is
was so close to it being even better.
Yeah, yeah. Penny did what she needed when she needed to. It's almost 10s on demand for Penny. Yeah.
Well, it is what you expect with the world #1 ranked archer,
Yes.
and she has that the way our world ranking system is. She doesn't even have a field score in there. If she go into a field international, got herself a field medal, it should be pretty much cemented in there.
Yeah. Brilliant set of matches today. Your overall thoughts from the standard? And
I think we've got a lot of skill being demonstrated today, as you'd expect with the kind of format of the event. There were some nerves, there were some errors, there were some great performances. There was a lot of hours in the middle. There were quite a few 10s in demand. There were also a few opportunities missed. I think there'll be some people a little bit, some ladies a little unhappy with some mistakes they made.
yeah,
But I think there's also some great performances to very much be proud of.
yeah. You've got your own top 8 this afternoon. Patrick,
Yep.
feeling good for it?
Yeah, absolutely. Can't wait. I've got my dad going out behind me. He's got a
Fantastic.
Houston top on. I'll be setting up my 2 bows and getting warmed up as soon as these prize givings are ready.
Fantastic.
I don't like to do too much warm up. I think I've got about an hour from when this finishes to when I'm the first match out. I'll do my thorough warm up, do my mental warm up, shoot 25, 30 arrows, and then just shoot a couple of arrows every now and again between then and they call me, just to keep myself there. Don't like to train too much. Don't like to get sucked into thinking about things. I don't need to do that. I just need to get myself physically ready, get myself ready to shoot, feeling the shot, centered where I want to be.
This is exactly where you won your first one in 2015 on the stage here.
And I won this exact spot last year as well.
Brilliant.
Looking
Cool.
forward to it.
Patrick, thank you for joining us today.
problem.
It's been
Thanks
a
for having me,
pleasure as
John.
always, and good luck this afternoon.
Thank you.
I'm going to wrap up now. We will cover the awards ceremony in a few minutes, but I just want to say thank you for tuning in and watching today. I've been John Knott. Thank you, Patrick Houston, for joining us and giving us lots of insight on archery technique and movements and thoughts that it's like to be out there competing. Thank you to all our sponsors who without we can't make this event happen, and the volunteers who have come here to help run this event this weekend. As I said, our awards ceremony will be streamed now, and we will join you again this afternoon with the men's finals.
I don't know where Mr. Miller is, but sorry, mine's rather overly clean. Malcolm's more of an expert pinner than me, to be honest. I need my... What are we waiting for? Oh, we'll be waiting a long time for that. No, I think we're waiting for something in October. Checks are done. This is not... What is going on? We're being packed. Still the wrong music. Oh.
And now, the victory ceremony for the Recurve Women. Medals will be presented by Mark Friegel, Chair of Archery GB. Checks and gifts will be presented by Helen Bearton, Archery GB Board Member. Bronze medal representing Worthing Archery Club, Bryony Pittman. Silver medal representing Noak Hill Archers, Sarah Bettles. Gold medal representing Archery GB, Penny Healy. Please give a warm round of applause to our athletes. that finishes our morning session with the Recurve Women. What a great session of teaching that was. And we are due back at 13:15, with the first of the Recurve Men quarterfinals. See you then.